I am not your mother. You're the one who dropped the plate and broke it, aren't you? This is a real online rant from a Japanese wife. She goes on to say, this idiot dropped a glass plate and casually muttered, "Oh, the plate broke," as if expecting me to clean up his mess. Do you honestly think things just break on their own? It makes me want to hit him. Now he's saying we should only use plastic because glass breaks. He's a hopeless parasite who always blames others. I just wish there was a pesticide strong enough to deal with this husband. This bizarre quote is not fiction. It was taken directly from a Japanese website that serves as a venting forum for the extreme stress of married life. The name of the site? Danna Shine, which literally translates to Die Husband, also known as Death Note Husband. Japan is globally renowned for its world-class quality, flawless automobiles, cutting-edge gaming consoles, and the anime and manga that everyone loves. But, as manga itself often warns us, every bright light casts an equally dark shadow. And it is exactly into those shadows that we are diving today as we analyze a website that has been running under the radar for over 10 years. And if you think these women only go there to complain about dirty dishes or wet towels on the bed, just look at the level of these real posts that I translated from the forum.
Honestly, for the past 4 years, we've had all sorts of exchanges. I've tried to communicate, I've made compromises and cared about him. But now, I really want to run away. My husband is supposedly the cause of my mental illness, but I've reached the point where I can't believe it anymore, even when a third party tells me so. I want to run away. If I can't, I wish he would just die. He's a bad influence on the children. My in-laws are just as guilty because they were spoiled by their parents. A spoiled, stupid old man. I wish he would just die. Otherwise, I'll die. There's a thief in the house. My damn husband is the culprit. Everything's gone, the refrigerator, the kids' snack box, money, instant noodles. He even takes other people's belongings without permission, even though he hardly contributes any money to the household. Living with a thief gives me no peace of mind. I wish he'd just die already. You're just garbage that only drags people down. Why do you always come home? Oh, because you're so unpopular, you have nowhere to go. In recent years, your facade has been crumbling, so nobody wants anything to do with you anymore. Grim Reaper, please take this garbage away quickly.
But it gets significantly worse. The real danger here isn't just the wives venting, it's the role of the website's administrator. She places a fake disclaimer on the page saying, "Do not to do this," but immediately follows it up by mapping out step-by-step guides on how to commit murder, inflict physical pain, cause severe discomfort, or execute property damage. She provides detailed instructions on how to use a USB killer to secretly fry the husband's computers and gaming systems. Even worse, she shares posts recommending specific chemicals that can be slipped into the husband's food bit by bit to simulate a fatal illness over time. He tells them exactly where to buy them and what symptoms to expect. It is deeply unsettling. When I first stumbled upon this website, I'll admit I thought it was just another internet forum filled with exaggerated drama. But when you look closer and see the admin literally teaching people how to slowly poison their spouses, you realize how grave this situation actually is. And that brings up an inevitable question. How does the police force in Japan, a nation widely considered one of the safest countries in the world, allow a website like this to stay online for over a decade? You have every right to be skeptical, but the reality of Japanese public safety is vastly different from what you see on postcards. To start, let's dismantle the illusion that Japan is safe because of a ruthless, omnipresent police force. That is not how it works. Safety here relies heavily on social education and cultural conformity, backed by decades of economic stability, that kept society balanced, though that economic certainty is beginning to shift. But the crucial reason Danna Shine stays online is purely technical. The website is likely hosted on a server outside of Japan, making a legal ban incredibly difficult. Furthermore, the forum is entirely anonymous, and to this day, no actual deaths have been legally linked back to the site. If a wife did use the poisoning methods listed there, no evidence was ever found. The Japanese police will only investigate if there is a glaring, unmistakable suspicion of foul play. And while researching content for this channel, I have been repeatedly stunned by the authorities' commitment to the law of least effort. Often, investigators avoid opening complex cases to protect their nearly perfect statistical reports from being ruined by unsolved crimes. Let's be honest, it is a lot of work to launch a homicide investigation into the death of a 45-year-old man who suffered a heart attack, especially if he drank and smoked. It is much easier, faster, and more convenient to file it away under natural causes than to build a murder case from scratch. And behind this institutional blind eye lies a massive cultural factor. Japanese society revolves around two core concepts: Tatemae, which is the facade, the social mask you wear for the world, and Honne, which represents your true hidden thoughts and desires. What is archived on this website is the Honne in its purest, most terrifying form. For anyone who has visited Japan or who simply consumes the culture through anime and movies, you quickly notice how Japanese women are traditionally portrayed, always possessing a gentle, almost fragile femininity, sweet and compliant. That is the ultimate Tatemae. But I want you to pause for a second and tell me down in the comments, did you ever expect a Honne, a hidden desire of this magnitude coming from them? Drop your thoughts below, because I really want to know your take on this cultural whiplash. The very same woman who is viewed socially as an exemplary wife, an immaculate housekeeper, and a dedicated mother uses the anonymity of a screen to plot the end of her husband. A toxic marriage can happen in any culture, but how a society responds to it varies. Today in the West, divorce is common, but for many of these Japanese women, divorce feels like an absolute dead end. To them, getting a divorce means losing their social status, their home, and their financial survival. So, many choose to endure abuse and infidelity just to maintain the appearance of the Tatemae, without passing moral judgment on how they live their lives. Analyzing how they want their husbands' lives to end is genuinely chilling, and it makes you wonder, would they stop at just the husband? If this feels like a twisted byproduct of the digital age, history shows us that the desire to become a widow is nothing new. Back in the 17th century, in Italy, a woman named Giulia Tofana created a lethal substance called aqua tofana. She sold it disguised as a cosmetic product for wives trapped in abusive marriages. These were tiny bottles that women could leave on their vanity tables without raising any suspicion, administering it in microscopic doses into their husband's food. The poison perfectly mimicked a natural illness, leaving the authorities and the church completely oblivious. In that era, divorce legally did not exist. A separation brought devastating social and financial ruin upon a woman. Giulia Tofana's poison was the most effective, rapid, and discreet way to achieve freedom without the stigma of being an outcast. Today, more than 400 years later, this dark human impulse seems to defy time. The only real difference is the medium. It evolved from perfume bottles in Renaissance Italy to an anonymous forum on a smartphone screen in modern Japan. If you made it this far, you now know the dark reality hidden behind those deleted posts. Some secrets are meant to be buried, others leave a trail that time can't erase. Thank you for watching. Regina, R2L.